And welcome to a brand new urban exploration video. Welcome to the show and welcome to this next episode in the Influence of Times series. Thank you for joining me, Influence of Times, as our search for Britain's most abandoned and derelict places continues. And as you can see just by looking behind me, as always, we are indeed and in fact at our next location. Now, to everybody who's watching this, if you are catching up or if you're watching this video broadcast, this live show, on my Facebook page or on my YouTube channel, a very special and warm welcome to you. Welcome to everybody who's watching this video. Welcome back, welcome to the show, welcome to the episode. I hope that you will find this next episode in the Influence of Time series interesting and fascinating. So the last couple of shows that we've done, the last show that we did was at the Sign Middle High School in Kidderminster, and if you cast your minds back a little bit further than that, I did a very special video message, and probably one of the most popular. In fact, ever since I've posted that video message, I've had loads and loads of likes, loads of viewings, and lots of interesting comments, which is absolutely fantastic. We did a very special live broadcast. We also did a prequel episode, and we also did a night-time video to one of Britain's most abandoned and derelict places, Her Majesty's Prison in Shrewsbury. And because that was so popular, I thought, what better thing to do than to bring you back to yet another one of Britain's most abandoned and derelict prisons. And that is exactly where we am today, which is what you can see behind me. So for the next however long it's going to take, I'll try not to make it too long, and I will definitely not bore you with all the details. Okay, so I'm not going to talk like all the other videos that I've done. I'm not going to bore you with all the details. I'll give a little bit of history, and I'll perhaps give you a little bit of history as we're walking about, but we are just going to get on and go and explore, which is what I'm sure you want to do anyway. So without further ado, welcome to this episode. And I believe, if my mind serves me correctly, welcome to episode, I believe this is episode 44, if I'm not mistaken. I believe this is episode 44 of series 2 of Influence of Times and this place. Welcome to Her Majesty's Prison in Gloucester. So we're in Gloucester Prison. So just a very, very quick bit of history. This prison was built in 1793. So that's when this prison was built, and it was used ever since then. Now, hundreds and hundreds of prisoners have been incarcerated in this prison. Not only that, this has actually had over 100 people executed by hanging over the last couple of hundred years. In fact, ever since, I believe it was like the 1780s or something like that, there's been over 100 people that have been not only incarcerated, but also executed right here at Gloucester Prison, which makes it... basically, there's even more executions here at Gloucester Prison than at Shrewsbury Prison. Not only that, some of the most prominent, if you like, criminals that stayed here was, in particular, a gentleman called Fred West. Now, some of you may or may not know, the Wests were in the newspaper. In fact, I think it was something like in 2011. I think it was something like 2011. I can't remember exactly where the house was, but they lived in something like 25 Cromwell Road or something, and they actually got arrested for basically killing young women and children. So the bodies were actually found underneath, and in particular in the back garden of their house at 25 Cromwell Road. I think it was 25, I could be mistaken, might be 20, but sure it's 25 Cromwell Road. And so they were both arrested. Now, Fred West actually spent some time here at Gloucester Prison, but he was then moved to Winston Green prison, which is actually a lot nearer to Birmingham. And in fact, Winston Green prison is only a short distance away from actually where I live, about a 20-25 minutes walk. So he was moved from Gloucester prison to Winston Green prison. As always, this is a 4-acre site. As you can see, it is absolutely enormous, and you'll have to excuse my hands a bit shaky because I've got the camcorder. But this is to give you an idea of how big it is. We're going to go and explore everything. Okay. Now, I'm actually standing. If I just give you a quick look as to where we am. What I'll do is I'll just walk out through the gate and quickly show you, then we'll come back in here. Like I said, I don't want to kind of bore you too much, because I just want to get on and explore, which is what I'm sure you want to do anyway. So, here we are. So you come in, and you can see straight away it just looks so different. So you come in through the main entrance. Okay. So that's how you come in. So that's the kind of entrance to the prison, that block behind. And you can't see it, but just around that corner, there's actually almost where the prisoners were brought in by lorry. So, you know, you've got like the security lorries, that's where they backed into. Almost like a kind of enclosed driveway kind of thing. And that's how they were brought in. Now, they were actually processed in that bit, in that block. Now, I'm not going to take you in there because there's not really a lot to see. We're in the most interesting part. So that's where they were processed first, and then they were brought through here. And you can see just by the fencing, it's absolutely enormous, just to give you an idea. Okay, so let's go through. So we're going to go this way, and this is into A Wing's exercise yard. Okay, so this is the yard. And let me just show you what it looks like. It's absolutely enormous. So this is A Wing and their exercise yard. So let me just take you through here. Now, interestingly enough, before we start exploring, interestingly enough, if I'm not mistaken, now I can't remember everything, so I've got a little map here as well. So underneath this exercise yard, archaeologists found an old castle tower keep. In fact, it was a Norman castle tower keep right underneath where I'm standing. And it was believed to be similar to the one at the Tower of London. Now, the tower keep dated back to something like 1100, which is absolutely extraordinary. So 1100. It was destroyed in 1787. Okay, so it was destroyed just before this prison was actually built. But it was actually where I'm standing. So can you believe that underneath my feet were the remains of a Norman castle keep built in 1100, which is just absolutely incredible. And the Norman castle housed 3 chapels, 2 drawbridges and a royal chamber for both the king and the queen, and that was right here where I'm standing, which is unbelievable. It was around 30 metres long and about 20 metres across, and archaeologists were surprised that so much of the wall survived beneath the prison, which I think is just amazing. I just can't imagine that this is where that was found, right here under my feet. So it was literally just under here, right under my feet, look, right here. It's just extraordinary. So this is where it was found. But it was destroyed just before the prison was built. So yeah. Now there is stories, there are stories of a lot of unmarked graves and body remains within the perimeter or within the grounds of this prison. Now it doesn't say exactly where. I can't remember exactly how many unmarked graves there are. There's actually quite a lot. Now in Shrewsbury there were 7. Here there's way more than that. I can't remember how many, there's a lot. But yeah, so randomly around and within this prison there are the remains of people who died, people who were executed here, and people who died at this prison who were buried right here. Possibly where I'm standing, all over the place. So there's a lot of history, obviously a lot of execution, a lot of lost lives and everything else. So there we go. So how's about we go and explore? That's the best thing. So let me just give you a look about. So that's all the history I'm going to give you. As we walk about, I'll give you a bit more, but let's go and explore. Enough talking, let's go and have a look. Let's go and check out Gloucester Prison. So let me just spin this around so you can see. So there we go. Like I said, I'm not going to talk all the way through this, I'm just going to explore. So still got the basket. So still got the basket there. So that's the original old entrance as well to the prison. So we're behind it. What's left of one of the old exercise yards. It's really tiny, as you can see. Just that tiny little bit of ground. A wing had the largest one, but there's a exercise yard for A wing, B wing, and C wing, which we'll have a look at. So we're now at the Debtors prison. Now the Debtors prison was one of the original wings from the Georgian era, and it was built to hold debtors, basically. And I'm just going to show you a couple of things. On the outside wall, there are some actual markings made by the prisoners to count their days in prison, and some of these markings date back to the 1700s. And the women were housed at Gloucester prison from 1791 to 1921. So this is the Debtors prison. I'm just going to show you. Obviously some of these markings are quite recent, they're like 2013. But I don't know if you can see. Some of these markings are actual markings from the prisoners who were here. And they've actually marked the walls. I'll just hold it up. Yeah. Can you see them up there? And if you can, if I hold the camera steady, can you see? I don't know if you can see them. But yeah, some of these are actual inscriptions from prisoners who were here, which I think is amazing. Some more there, look. There you go, look. See that? Right there. You see it on the wall? How somebody's like counted the days they were here. Look. There's actually some more. I'll just show you, look. There's loads of them. Some of these are incredible. That one in the middle, look, that one. Somebody's put like holes there. I'm like, can you see? Look at these two, look. 1866. 1866, look. It looks like a CBS. That is unbelievable. If I show you some more. Sorry, I'm just trying to hold it steady. You've got one there, 1997, look. See it? That's crazy. You got Vinny there, 1998, look. You got one there, 1960, AD, or AB. Yeah, look, Vinny. That's mad. Actual inscriptions. That's absolutely incredible. There's another one there, look. But to think that these are actual markings from prisoners. It's mad. There's one there. Scud. Looks like 2002. That's amazing. To think that that's actually inscribed from somebody from there. That is absolutely amazing. To think that I'm actually touching people like prisoners, actual prisoners, you know, names and stuff. 2008, 1998. There's Jade up there. I mean, you can see the ones that are really old anyway, but that's crazy. Look, and somebody's actually put holes rather than scratch. They've put holes. Let's see how many days they were here. That looks like 1859. May 28th, 1859. It's just absolutely amazing. 1849. Wow, that's pretty awesome. That's pretty cool. Anyway, what I'm going to do, let's go here. So this is the this is their exercise yard. This is what their exercise yard looks like. It's not very big. It's quite small. Let's go into the debtors' prison. Can smell the floor. Smells of that. Smells of that blue stuff. It's got like a hospital-y smell. Oh, look at these gates. Wow. These are so cool. Wow. The old dining area. Oh, this is all it is. Healthcare dining area. The old chair, look. Still there. Safer cell. Oh my gosh, look how tiny it is. Oh my word. Oh, it's so tiny. It's barely big enough to move. Wow. It's just so small. Oh my god, she's tiny. The old interview room.
Same as yourself. Same as good, so it's that one.
The old showers. It's actually quite creepy up here. Oh, look at that. Constant watch cell. Wow, look. Wow. Cell number 4 was like constant watch. Oh my goodness me. Look at it. Got a sink. There's your toilet. It's just, this is it. There's the bed. Wow. To think I'm standing in a cell where people would have been actually in here who needed to be constantly watched for whatever reason, whether they were a risk to themselves or other people. Oh, I'm actually getting cold shivers standing in here. It's actually giving me cold shivers to think I'm actually in a cell where they had to be watched. It's quite overwhelming, actually. But yeah, so this is like their door. So I could have gone across like that. You've got like a tiny little window. Tiny window, about an inch wide. And there's that little peephole. So, I'll show you. Right in front of it. Oh, blimey. What a horrible sound. The slammer, aye. Literally. It's just... Oof. I just... put that back as I found it. I always like to put things back where I found them. It was pretty intense in there. Look at this place. I thought this was useful. Even the windows are really barred up and stuff. If you're wondering what that noise is, by the way, if you can hear something in the background, don't worry. There's a building site next door. So that's the noise of the crane and stuff. So if you can hear like noises and stuff, it's just the building site. All these different rooms, like cells. What size is that window there? Tiny little thing. Got all these different... Got another one in here now. Is this one here? That's the stairs that go down. Got one at the end here. Yeah. So this is the Georgian part of the prison, one of the oldest parts. Debtors prison. Crazy. Okay, let's go check out some more. So this is the entrance to A wing and B wing. Let's go check it out. Whoa. Check this out. look at that. That's A wing. That's B wing. Let's go and explore. Whoa, look at this. Wow. Check that out, guys. You guys seeing this? This is pretty awesome. It's so quiet. I am literally the only person here. Oh my gosh, look at this. Wow. This place is so awesome. I can't believe I'm the only person here. Wow. This is crazy. I am literally the only person here. Wow, look at that. That is so cool, look at that. That is amazing. It's pretty dark in here, guys. I don't think you're going to be able to see a lot. But it's just another toilet and things. Oh, oh my god, this place is so cool. That is awesome. Shut the door. Can't see a lot, can you? That's all you can see. Wow. What it's like in here. This is it. Right, now this is two people sharing in this. this is your home. Your home. It's like little desk stuff there. Sink. Oh yeah. This is it, guys. I'm just going to put this down somewhere, like, see if I could spend a bit of time in here. I just don't want this to fall. What's that? I feel like, I mean, obviously you can tell by my voice that I'm in a really tight, confined space. But it feels oppressive. It feels more oppressive here than it does at Shrewsbury Prison. But I definitely feel more oppressed and confined. I can actually feel the closeness of the walls. I can feel it. It's quite intense. I can feel it like pressing in on me. I just can't imagine like two people in here. I mean, it's barely big enough for two people, and you can imagine their belongings in here as well. It really brings it home. Really brings it home. I can just feel the intensity of the closeness. Feels really suppressive. And to think that he had to spend hours in here, sleeping here, and I mean, we live in a society where we like our own space, and even if you get onto a packed train or a packed bus, you can see by people's expressions and their body language that people don't like people standing too close to you. You know, we're all like that today. We're actually quite selfish in a way. I mean, we all breathe the same air. We're all, you know, regardless of skin colour or anything, we're all human beings, and we're all, you know, there's the respect, and I don't know. People just don't have patience for people anymore. It's everybody's out for themselves these days. Everybody's just out for themselves. So when you're in a closed environment on a train or a bus, I mean, we begrudge people getting too close to us. We don't like it, you know, because we want space. But sorry guys, but when you come here, you know, and people might laugh at what I'm saying, that's fine, but I'm guilty of doing it as well. But when you come to somewhere like this, and you come into a cell like this, you have no choice but to have somebody in your space. You don't have a choice. That right is taken away from you. And whether you like it or not, you are stuck with whoever you're in here with. That's it. Whether you get on with them or not, irrelevant. You're in here, that's it. And you're stuck with them. And there's no escaping. I mean, it doesn't matter if they're over there or over there. They're in my space. But it's not, you're in each other's space. So that in itself, you can imagine the closeness of these walls, and you can see just by looking around me how tiny this room is. I mean, I'm standing right up against the bed, and the wall's just here. You can hear it, it's just behind the camera. So it doesn't matter where you stand, you're in someone else's space, but you don't have a choice. You're stuck with it. This is it. This is as free as it gets. And it's a very overwhelming feeling. Anyway, enough of that. Just wanted to give you an idea what it was like in one of these cells. Don't worry, we're going to be spending some time in some of the other cells as well, because what's like, but you can see that it's just, I mean, it's tiny. 2 people in it. If you're lucky, 1, but not all the cells are 2 people. Right. I mean, imagine if somebody was like poorly, like sick and everything, and you're there, and they're there. And you imagine the smell and the noise, and you live in it. I don't know, it's just very, very overwhelming. Anyway, that's in one cell. Let's go and explore some more. Oh, gosh. Wow, do you know what? It's not until you actually come out into the corridor, even though I'm still in prison, it's not until you come out the corridor that you appreciate freedom. That is amazing. In just that few minutes in there. And just give you an idea, guys, right, the door, let me just show you. Obviously these were made so that people couldn't get past you. I'm tiny, okay, I'm very short. Okay, one more. There. Right, that's it. If I show you what I'm doing, as you can see. I don't know if you can see, let me just put the camera down here. I'm sure you're probably not interested in this, but there you go. That's as wide as the door is. That's it. And height, there. I'm short, and it's just a few inches, if that, above my head. So for tall people, we have to crouch. That's how enclosed it is. And they're all the same. Okay. Wow, this is just crazy. I feel very privileged that I'm here by myself. You never fail until you stop trying. I do like what they've written on the walls. There's a couple of them around, actually. Zip. Choose to be optimistic. Give you an idea of what it was like when it was actually being used. Similar. So cool. Wow. This is just so amazing. Hold on, guys. It's okay. It's all right. Let's go upstairs. Look at that. See, it looks really old. It's all like falling apart while the paint's coming off. Let's go and explore some more. Gosh. This is even worse. Oh, that actually makes me feel blah. Paint coming off the walls, look. Sorry about the shaky hand, guys. I'm trying to keep it steady. Look at that. All the mould and stuff on the walls. Paint coming off. Some of these cells have got nothing in them because they're so badly. Oh, man. old like chessboard on the table. A sticker. Got paint coming off. Floors up. Wow, look at that. Got mould and mosaic. Wow. Mad. Give it up a bit, there you go. See. Let's get that thing. Look at that. It's pretty awesome. That is so cool. Little toilets like the showers. Oh, it smells like a bathroom. It does, it smells like really, it smells like a shower. Look at these. Old showers. Yeah. That's how they separated A and B wing, like the landings. So you see like the gates. So that's to separate the two wings. That's pretty awesome, look at that. Slightly bigger cell, this one. Look at the paint. Look at that. Where that paint's coming off. That's really like freaky. But yeah, this cell's slightly different. It's like bigger. So you've got one bed over there, and one bed there. And like here's the table and stools. But yeah, look at that paint. It's all coming off the ceiling. We're going to that chapel. Wow, look at this. Look at this, guys. This is the chapel. Look at the size of this. That's like where the guards used to be. And the reason why the chapel was so big was so that this chapel was used by prisoners, chaplains and officers. And the reason why it's so big is because they didn't want the prisoners to feel as though they were separate from each other. So this was big enough to hold all three wings at the same time, because they didn't want any wing to feel isolated or any different from another wing. So to save inmates from feeling cut off from the other wings, almost like not favouritism, but just like treated differently, I suppose. They made this chapel big enough for all three wings to come in here. And the seating was actually in a tiered fashion, so almost like a football stadium. And they were tiered really high up. And the reason for that was because each wing was able to only look forward. So nobody could see each other, if you see what I mean. So everyone could only look forward, including the officers. They were positioned in different parts of the tiered seating, but that's why they made it all tiered, so that inmates could only look forward, so they couldn't see each other. They had cinema events in here as well sometimes. But that's to give you a little bit of history about the chapel. Sorry, I'm trying to keep out of the way of the camera. Sorry, guys. Not doing a very good job today. So that's the chapel. It's massive. I'm just amazed that I'm the only person here. I literally am the only person in this whole prison. There's nobody here. It's just me. So this is really some of the guards and officers would have sat. Just to give you an idea what it looks like from inside here. So you can imagine, can't you? And obviously they've got windows on every side. So you can see that it's got a chapel on that door. I like the way it's got that, it's cool. Yeah? So they could see from every angle. It's so cool. We come on this side. So we're now in B wing. This is even older than the A wing. So if I just show you, that's how you come in, there in there. I don't know if you can see, just on the floor. So you come in down there, believe it or not, through them bars, you come in. And then we were across there in A wing. So this is now B wing, opposite A wing. Just give you an idea what it's like. Look at this. It's like even older. This is even in a worse state. That's how it used to look. Oops, sorry. No. It's a really dirty smell here. I keep getting wafts of like a really dirty smell. Almost like excrement. Just, I can smell it. It's like, it smells like excrement, it's dirty. I don't know where it's coming from, but it's not here now. I can't smell it. It's literally just when I'm standing here. It's like, yeah, here. It's like excrement. Like a pooey smell. Let's keep going. Really strong. Oh, it's freezing. It's really cold all of a sudden. It's just gone really, really cold, like icy cold. Just here. It's gone really, really cold. You can't see my breath, I was just going to show you. Can't. You can't see my breath. It's gone really, really cold, like icy cold. You can hear, I'm the only person. I am literally the only person. I can smell it. It stinks. The thing is, all the time, I mean, I don't know. I mean, the toilets are in these cells, but they're not filled with anything. They wouldn't be, because they wouldn't allow them to. I can smell it. So just round here, I can smell of like excrement, like dirty kind of smell. Basically really cold. Just like all around here, it's just, I don't know, it's really cold. That side is actually quite warm, but I don't know, it's just gone really, really cold. I'm like a bit shivery. Anyway, let's go and look some more. Look at this. Let me see that something. Oh, these cells stink. That's probably what the smell's coming from. That's just coffee. They don't smell urine or excrementy, they just smell dirty. You know, they just smell old, really. But yeah, you can see just how old they look. Mad. This place is just amazing. It's just absolutely amazing. Look at that. Let's go down here. So like showers. Yeah, so cool. Let's go up to, oh, we can't go up so much. Okay, so let's go down here. Okay, we're going to go down. We're going to go down there. Just give you one last look. So cool. Let's go down here. This. If you're wondering where we are, guys, we're down again on the ground floor, but we're on the ground floor of B Wing, so that's where we went. We went that way to A Wing. This is B Wing, and this is segregation. So this is like where people were segregated. So these were for people who were really violent, self-harming, at risk of harm to others, themselves. Ugh, look at this. Wow. This is really bad. Like, pokey bad. That's all you get, like. Notice that. The toilet was just like this is it. Wow. This is like a padded cell. So I'm in one of the padded cells. It's literally just a box, there's nothing in it. No furniture, no bed.
And it used to be the infirmary. So all these numbers, that's not right.
toilets there, look.
I've got a feeling that might be much like a bit from it instead of the infirmary with the spa. I didn't really think they were a lot smaller, but more like that. Yeah.
Anyway, let's go explore some more. Okay, so now this is C wing. It's got gate 2, but this is C wing. Just go check it out. So it's like C wing. It's got like landing 2. There's landing 1. It's just been locked off. But let's go check out down here, look. Apparently these were for sex offenders, if I'm not mistaken. Oh my goodness me, these are even worse. Oh. Shall I show you what it's like in one of these? Let's go in this one. Oh, my goodness me. This is horrible. And this. So that's where a bed would have been there. Like you can see the marks on the floor, look. You can see like 2 marks on the floor there where the bed would have been there. That's your window. And I presume that would have been a sink or something on the floor. Maybe a sink and a toilet. Oh, a toilet, I don't know. This is it. So there you go. I'll show you. It's tiny. Tiny, tiny, tiny. It's really intense. I'll show you. Let's look in. That way. I think there's like 9. I think it's like about 16 or 18 cells on every landing, and there's 6 landings altogether. So there's a lot of cells. Wow. So yeah, it's a lot. I've got quite a bit more to get through, so I'm just going to kind of speed up a little bit. Ooh, I'm just trying to have the camcorder steady. That's better. You can see. Sorry guys, just bear with me a sec. Very strange. The reason why I had to stop then, when we were down there, just at that end, just down by that door, I don't know if you can see, I was kind of looking at the screen a little bit, and I could see something was interfering with the screen, with the actual recording. It was causing it to, it was almost like an electro interference. It was causing the screen to flicker in lines, almost like waves going up and down the screen like that. I've come away from there and it stopped. Now, it may be because there's a camera in the corner, it might be because there's an electrical panel in the corner, but there's an electrical panel right where we am, here. And the screen has literally stopped. I'm just going to go back down there. I just want to see if it'll do it again. That was really, really bizarre. And it's freezing down here. It's absolutely freezing. It's really cold. Sorry guys, I'm just looking to see if it... How bizarre. It's absolutely fine. I don't know if that's come out on the actual film. I have no idea. I don't know. It'd be interesting to see if that's actually come up on the video. Nothing. I was literally just here. And it's freezing. It's absolutely freezing here. My hands are really cold. I don't know if you can... You can't really see. I don't know if you can see. They're really cold. I am absolutely freezing. And now the screen's fine. How strange. See, I'm just pointing at the fluorescent light just to see if it was the fluorescent light, because sometimes that interferes. No, nothing. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I am absolutely freezing, just right where I'm standing. I can't even show... I don't know if I can show you goosebumps. Sorry guys, I'm just... Oh, you can't really see on my arm. I'm just going to show you. You see? Little goosebumps. There. See it just under my sleeve? Oh, there you go. The screen's doing it again. Something is interfering with this screen. I don't know. I'm hoping this is coming out on the film. Can you see it? If you can't, I can. It's interfering with it. Okay, I don't know what that is, but it's very bizarre. And it's freezing just by there. It's still doing it. I'll tell you when it stops. And it's doing it a little bit. Gone. There you go, it stopped. Completely stopped. So it's something down there. Very, very odd. It's never happened before on any episode of Influence Times anywhere. Very strange. So whatever's down there, it's cold and it doesn't like what I'm doing. Or it doesn't like electrical stuff. Anyway, okay. Well, there you go. Very strange. Okay. We've got lots more to show. And I don't want to bore you. Okay. I'm taking you to the next landing. Landing 3. Look at landing 4. It's quite scary. It's kind of like... Smell again. Sorry guys, I can just smell that dirty smell again. Like that. Yeah. Gone. Just back there, it's like a dirty smell. Wow, this is just creepy. Creepy, creepy, creepy. So these are all like all the cells. That's what they look like inside. Not like that. Man. thought I heard something down there. It's okay. Nothing. Okay, let's go through this way. Let's explore some more. Whoa. This is like 106. 105. Okay. I'm not going to take you down each one because they're the same as the other ones more or less. So how's about we go and check out another part of the prison because we've still got a little bit more to show you. So let's go and check out some more. Okay, so we're now in the next part of the prison, so let's go and explore some more. This is the old kitchen. Wow. This is where they made all the food for the inmates. Wow. That's a pretty big cooker. It's huge. So yeah, this is our dining area. And you've got all these different kind of rooms and things. Now, we're now going into the refrigerator area and the freezer area. Now, I'm hoping it's not going to be too dark, but we are actually going into the freezers. Look at the size of these. These are just some of them. I know it's dark, but can you see on the... If I show that on the... what you're looking at, there's like two fans there. And we're literally in the freezers, and they're all joined by doors. There's about 5, I think, if I'm not mistaken, about 5 or 6. Oh, there we go, main freezer 9. So there were 9 freezers. I'll show you. Where is it? You can't really see. Can you just see it? Main freezer 9. So yeah, these are the actual freezers. And then you've got the plastic, you can't see. You've got... Wow. I know it's dark, but you can hear... You've got those rubber strips. So there are 9 freezers. We're actually in the freezer. One of them. Raw meat fridge. Wow, look at this. This is where like the raw meat was kept. In here. So you've got like a fan. Oh, wow. Huge. So many of them. They're massive. And they smell like freezer-ish. So it's like the first one. It's freezer 1. But, wow. That's crazy. There's big fans on the roof there. So yeah, these are the actual kitchen freezers. 9 of them. Crammed full of food and meat and... Wow. This one's massive. That's pretty cool. Okay, let's go and explore some more. Okay, so we're literally in the workshop area, so let's go and have a look. So this is where they actually did crafts and all the stuff. It's where the inmates actually came and made stuff. Wow, the machines are still there. It's pretty cool. Sorry guys, we're just trying. Hold it steady so you can see it. That's what the tools would have been. Wow, got all this. All the different tools would have been in them cupboards. Wow. I saw lathe, or like a drill thing over there. Workbench. Wow, look at that. Flat. Oh, it's all there. Yeah, look at that. Wow. I think that inmates actually use these machines. That's so cool. There's like the extractor fan thing. Whew. That's so. Wow. That's pretty awesome. So yeah, that's the actual workshop area. Sorry, that was me. That wasn't meant to happen. Yeah. Sorry. I'm being really unsteady with the camera today, sorry. But yeah, that's it. Cool. Just going to check out a little bit more. Okay guys, so this is like the last bit now. This is like the old hanging shed. That's the original hanging shed. Like the execution shed. And this is like the execution area. Where it used to be. It's not here. That's the execution shed. And then we pretty much come back to where we started. Okay. We've got one more bit to show you. Let's go down this way. And then we'll finish. Just down this way. Basically, this is like the last exercise yard. This is it. Just show you what it looks like. So yeah, that's the last bit. Okay, so that brings us to the end of the show, to the end of the episode. Hopefully you really enjoyed this episode. I certainly enjoyed having your company to show you around yet another one of Britain's most abandoned and derelict places, and around this incredible site, Gloucester Prison. So if you ever come to Gloucester, please come and visit this prison. It's well worth it. And as you could see, we were pretty much, apart from a couple of people, we were on our own in there, and it was just absolutely awesome. Again, there's been a couple of strange things happening, just some very strange things, a couple of strange smells coming and going, some very, very, really cold areas. In just one or two areas, we had two really cold spots. One on B wing and one on the C wing. And just that interference from my mobile phone, that's really strange. It's never happened before. Very, very strange. And it was just in that one area at the bottom of the corridor. But that brings us to the end of the episode. Like I said, it's been my absolute pleasure and joy to have your company as we investigated, as we explored another one of Britain's most abandoned derelict places. So thank you for joining me, Influencers of the Times, for this episode. And hopefully you will join me again. Now, I've got lots, and I've got plenty, in fact, plenty more episodes coming your way, right here on Facebook and YouTube. So stay tuned, keep posting, keep sharing, keep liking, keep subscribing. So yeah, I will see you right back here on YouTube and Facebook for another episode of Influence of Times. There will be some more episodes coming in the next couple of weeks. Most definitely, I've got like I said, I've got absolutely hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of episodes lined up for the series and for you guys to watch. So hopefully you will join me right back here very soon for another episode of Influence of Times. So until the next time, from me and Gloucester Prison, it's bye from me and bye from here. And I will see you right back here. So stay tuned, keep watching this space, because there's plenty more coming your way as we continue in our quest and in our journey, in our search for Britain's most abandoned and derelict places. So until then, until the next time, God bless you, take care, have a fantastic day, enjoy the rest of your week, enjoy your weekend, and I will see you right back here very soon for another episode of Influence of the Times from our next location, coming your way very soon right here. Don't miss it, and I'll see you very soon. Thank you for joining me today for this episode. So until then, God bless, take care, see you soon. Bye for now.